Ugly Duckling's Triumph, a tale of beauty within. Once upon a time, in a peaceful farm by a glistening pond, a mother duck eagerly awaited the hatching of her eggs. She was a proud white-feathered duck, and her excitement grew as she watched her eggs crack one by one, revealing fluffy yellow ducklings. All of them were as bright as the sun, except for one. The last egg had taken longer to hatch, and when it finally did, out stumbled a duckling unlike the others. It was not bright yellow, but a drab shade of grey, with feathers that looked more like tattered rags. It was bigger and clumsier than its siblings, who quacked and giggled at its awkwardness. "Look at that ugly duckling!" they taunted. The mother duck, Mrs. Mallard, did her best to shield her peculiar-looking offspring from the teasing. She named him Ugly, and despite his appearance, she loved him as much as her other ducklings. She kept him warm, fed him, and cuddled him at night. But Ugly couldn't escape the cruel jeers and mockery from his siblings. Days turned into weeks, and Ugly's self-esteem dwindled. He spent his time wandering the farm, alone and despondent, longing for a place where he belonged. He watched the other animals with envy, wishing he could fit in. One day, as he sat by the pond, Ugly saw a group of graceful swans gliding across the water. Their feathers were pure white, and their elegant movements took his breath away. Ugly knew he could never be like them, but he couldn't help but dream of being as beautiful as those swans. One winter, the pond froze over, and the farm animals struggled to find food. Ugly, determined to prove himself useful, offered to search for food in the icy water. He plunged in and dove beneath the frozen surface, finding a hidden cache of food. The other animals were astonished by Ugly's bravery and resourcefulness. They began to see beyond his shabby appearance and recognized the beauty of his courage and kindness. One spring morning, as Ugly swam in the pond, he caught sight of his reflection. He was stunned to see that he had transformed. His dull grey feathers had turned into a radiant shade of white. Ugly was no longer an awkward duckling. He had become a swan. With a heart full of joy, he spread his graceful wings and joined the swans on the pond. They welcomed him with open hearts, and for the first time in his life, Ugly felt like he belonged. The other farm animals watched in amazement as Ugly, the once ugly duckling, glided through the water with his newfound friends. They realized that true beauty came from within, and appearances could be deceiving. Ugly's journey became a legend on the farm, a testament to the power of inner beauty. His story reminded everyone that it was not the feathers on the outside, but the kindness and bravery on the inside that truly mattered. And Ugly, the swan who had once been an outcast, lived happily ever after, surrounded by friends who loved him for the beautiful soul he had always been. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. Keep learning and stay curious. Thanks for watching.